Welcome back. Time to make a bracelet. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to be following this pattern. So I'm going to place the pattern over here. I'm going to be working left to right because you are left-handed. You're going to be probably working right to left like you did with the earrings.
Okay.
So I have pre-cut us a rather long length of thread. This was 3 arms length, and I'm hoping that it'll get us through the whole bracelet. If not, we'll just add more thread as I did in the earring video. So we want to leave a tail of about, because we're going to be weaving this in at the end.
Okay.
Generous tail, I'd say about 6 inches or so, like that.
Okay.
I'm going to thread mine on the bottom left of my loom. You'll be threading yours on the bottom right.
At the very bottom of the loom? Or should I leave some space?
This bracelet measures approximately 7 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get pretty close to the end of the loom.
Okay.
And when we loaded our loom in our introductory video, we loaded this one differently. We loaded this one so we have this extra cording
Just in case.
on each side, so we have plenty of length to weave back in. So I'm going to make a knot. At this point, don't be concerned that it moves a little bit. As soon as we get a couple rows in, that will be stable. Now this is a pretty long length of cord we need. Oh,
My tail got small for some reason.
why don't you just cut it
Yeah.
and make another one? There you go.
Okay.
Okay, and remember, we're always loading beads from the underneath, pushing them up.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring all my thread underneath, leaving that tail. I'm going to find the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a long thread.
It is a long thread. We're going to use our big eye needle to start. And we can keep moving the thread. We can leave a pretty long tail to start and then just keep adjusting the thread in this needle to make, we can move our tail down pretty far. For starters, and then as we need more thread, we'll just adjust it. And I'm going to tape my loom down again. Could I have that tape, please?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm going to tape my loom down because I tend to wiggle. I'm going to have my pattern right there to refer to. Do you need any tape?
I'm good.
Okay. You're not a wiggler like I am. So we're going to start with the first full row of beads.
Okay.
And we have our color key or at the top, corresponding colors. So our first several rows are going to be the same.
White. Okay.
Yes, it's going to be white,
Gray.
gray, and clear in the middle.
Okay. Let's get this beading party
Yeah.
started.
1 gray, 3 clear. Whoops! The first bead to drop.
Of the day.
There will be more. those down. We can adjust the length of our tail if you want it a little shorter to work with. Then once you have that, we're going to, just as in the earrings, we're going to pop those beads up through our warp threads. And as you know, the first couple of rows are the trickiest. You have them. We're going to push them up through the warp threads. And go across the top, making sure we go across the top of all those warp threads.
This thread is so long.
You can cut it shorter if you want.
No, I'm scared that I would have to add more after if I do that.
One more identical row, bring the thread under.
I see how it could be relaxing to just do the same pattern over and over.
I made a bracelet once on the loom that was just blocks of rows of different colors. And that was pretty. It was a little wider than this one.
That's awesome.
Stay in there. And I'm just going to make sure that our rows are, my rows are nice and straight for starters, and I see that yours are. And bring the thread underneath again. So it looks like we have 9 rows like this, the same exact color combination. Okay, and now I have 9 rows. I'm going to tighten my ends a little bit. There we go. I want to make sure we leave it spring. Mine was getting a little loose. So now we change it up a little bit. We have white, gray. We're adding black into our pattern. Clear. Now our pattern is going to start to develop. Okay, I'm going to start using a pencil and crossing mine off.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Okay, so I've done those. And that. There, and now I'm just down to all the rows that are the same. So the last step is to add the toggle clasps, and just as we did in the earrings, we used the middle two to attach the ear wire. We're going to use the middle two on each side to attach each end of the toggle clasp set. The bar side of the toggle needs a little bit more room to manipulate to get through the ring side. So we're going to put 2 beads before we put the bar side of the toggle clasp on, and on the other end we'll just add 1 bead before we do the ring side of the toggle clasp. So go ahead and get your toggle clasp out.
So which one is the toggle and which one is the clasp?
Together they're a clasp.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to undo. Remember how we left these extra long? We're going to undo this in a way that is going to leave us some nice long strands to work with on both ends.
On both sides? Okay.
I tied this on so well, I'm going to loosen this up a little bit here. There we go. That side off. Yes. We won't really need that anymore. So what we're going to do is go back down through our work. Go back down 1 row.
So do you go through the top or the bottom? The top.
It doesn't, it won't matter that much. We're just going to go through the beads. Now on this next row, I've gone 1, 2, this will be my 3rd. I'm going to go through 1 bead. And I'm going to catch a warp. Remember how we did with the earrings? We're going to wrap around that warp and we're going to go through the rest of the row.
So catch 1 bead,
go through 1 bead, catch the warp, and we're going to go in 1 more row. Let's go 2 beads this time. We're going to catch the warp.
Okay. Catch the warp.
And go the rest of the row. Okay, so on the far side, we're going to add 2 black beads
Okay.
to our threads. Then we're going to go through the loop.
The loop. Oh, the loop of the
toggle. Then we're going to need our beading needle again.
Small one?
Do you have plenty of thread? I'm just grabbing my big one so I don't have to thread it. Then we're going to come back down through those 2 beads. Then I'm going to take the threads off my beading needle for a minute. I'm going to wrap them in opposite directions around underneath that bottom bead, making sure everything's nice and flat, and then I'm going to tie a nice secure knot before we weave those ends in.
Okay.
So that's nice and secure. Now, we'll take one of those tails and I'm going to go back through the bead right underneath the bottom black bead, the middle and the second bead over of the last row of the body of our bracelet. And I'm just going to keep weaving these in and out, in and out. Trim our loose threads, and we'll go to the other side. On the ring side of the toggle, we're going to add 1 black bead. Bring both of these, trim those even. Bring it through the loop of the toggle. Then we're going to bring it back down. Through that bead, and then we're going to tie the knots.
We're so close.
We are very close.
Here.
So just like we did on the other side, I'm going to crisscross those around the back, the base. Tie a good firm knot. Make sure that
Here.
and I think I'll do that.
Here.
One more time. Oops, long thumbs at the moment. Here. Then we're just going to weave those two tails back down through the body of our work. So there we have it.
Well, thank you, Chloe, for helping me making this beautiful bracelet.
You're welcome.
I
You
wanna-
did great. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, it was a long process, but
Let's try them on. Do
it was
you
it.
need help or?
I think I got it.
For those of you that have a smaller or larger wrist than either of us, the body of this pattern measures around 7 inches. And once we add the toggle, the finished piece is 8 or a little bit longer. So this way it would fit loosely on the wrist. But you could always add or eliminate some of these rows to either make your bracelet larger or smaller than this one.
Wow. I'm impressed I made this. You should wear the earring, so you have the full set.
Okay. Hey, what do you think?
Oh wow, that's awesome. You're ready to party, Chloe.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you for joining us for this course. If you decide to make a pair of earrings or bracelet for yourself,
We will love to see it in our Facebook group. It's called Create, Inspire and Connect, and you can share your projects, meet other bidder and enter amazing contests and giveaways. So we hope to see you there.
thanks again. Bye.